Week 6 of the NFL. And we'll see the Cowboys' speedy running back. He was an unstoppable force last week with well over 200 yards. It's the Cowboys and the Chargers on Monday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the LA Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, even with all the games we've broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games are ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple of little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a fourth-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Herbert changing things up. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way.
Herbert has it knocked free. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now a running play here with Lamb. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Herbert now. Caught by Allen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And now an audible here into something else. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
You look at this Cowboy defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Now a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Finds, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. hands it off out of the gun. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the 1st as another kickoff is away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. They'll find Williams on the slant. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And it's taken in at the 9. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Allison. It's some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Right back to him on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Allison. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And Allen's going to have a Chargers 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Looking to throw. Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. He's across midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. He's got it to William. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Again, Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Prescott on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb on on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
59, 59. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Herbert, give him another one right back to Allen. And Allen's going to have a Chargers first down as he's up to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. It's complete to Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 yards on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd and 3. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Herbert going to change the play here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
There again is Cooks, complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Still on his feet. He's on his way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And Eckler's going to pick up a Chargers first down as he'll get this up past the 40.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Herbert on third down now. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
First down, Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Second down, Prescott. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
His kick is
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Out left, he's got it to Everett.
Go.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, Ellison. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ellison. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Pollard will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Pollard again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On the option, here's Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Ellison stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 3rd and 4. More from L.A. in a moment. And this is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback.
And he loses the football the 2nd time. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Herbert now. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Go.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding
Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And give him a gain of 37. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. An even 100 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flushed out right. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down now, Ellison. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're going to speed things up here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann? It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
A second down throw for Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
Play is under review.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Now Herbert going to change the look. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. There again is Cooks, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll get this down to the 10. 134 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Right back to him on first down. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys...
Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Go.
Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Pulled in at the 24. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, Prescott here to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this.